Boo! I got you, didn't I? Hello! I know that usually I stream very, very early in the mornings. But, I haven't been able to do that because I have to watch the dog because I gotta make sure he doesn't try jumping on all the furniture while he has stitches and such in him. I just gotta keep an eye on him. But yes, it's more Go today. Oh god, that whole studio mode thing is still happening. Oh god, okay. Okay. But why must this happen? Watch this. Hold on, let me turn desktop audio. Watch this, guys. So I'm in studio mode right now. You can see everything fine. Watch. Oh no, there it goes. Never mind. What the heck happened there? As soon as I try to bring attention to the issue, it disappears. But yes. Thank you, Lily. Get all this stuff out of the way. I will take that. Thank you. Fine now. There is one thing I want to show you before we get right back into the story. Which is... Where is he? I got him. I got him, and I didn't even have to bust out the wallet. I got AJ Alter. Life is good. The gacha time? No, I did my rolls yesterday, and I got... And most importantly, I got AJ Alter. I can't fully ascend him because I don't have eggs. I also got some other people. I got Skleps. I got Mr. Big Rigs. I got some craft assists, but that's not important. The important thing is I got AJ Alter. Ay ay ay. And my coffee. Iced coffee. How does one gacha without wallet? It's called being free to play. There are people out there who play this game like, I'm not gonna do any of the Saint Court rolls. I'm only gonna use the event servants that are given for free and 3-star and below, which is on the friend point pool, which you get a free 10 roll every day. Let's see, gosh. Oh yeah, rulers. The question is... do I want to go full stall? Do I want to go stall team on this? Or do I want to be spicy? You know what? I'll go with my arts team. Yes. Who else? I really should put more into Anderson. He's good. But yes, this looks fine. And I don't remember any of the voices I did, but they're all gonna be stupid. Karna, what are you doing here? I remember what I did for Karna. That much I remember. I was just about to ask you that. What do you do here? You two know each other? I mean, I know. I played CCC. Well, it's more like I read a translation of the Gilgamesh route, but, you know.
Did I just say something? What a strange feeling. I have no idea why I said, I was just about to ask you that, or what it was I wanted to say afterwards.
I feel like I have the game's audio really low. Hold up, let me fix that real quick. There we go.
This is all very unclear even to me. I've never met this one before, and yet, It's strange. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It feels as though I've just met the light of my life.
Aww.
And like I've just encountered my big sister, and like I've just encountered my life coach, and like I've just encountered someone who needs to be cared for and tended to all at once. I'm afraid I don't know how else to put it.
Oh god, camera, please. Hold up, I gotta I gotta realign myself. Hold on. That should be fine, actually, it's fine.
Ah, so that's what's going on. I guess that makes sense since Carter's not a god. So he just vaguely remembers his former masters from other worlds. Oh well, can't help that now. Besides, nobody has to know as long as I keep my mouth shut. So you feel...
Log.
So you feel like we're friends even though we've never met before? What do you know? That's more or less how I feel too. I think I just gave her Da Vinci-chan's voice, but whatever. I get the feeling a lot of stuff's happened, but I can't seem to remember any of it clearly. Hey, doesn't this remind you of one of those RPGs where the protagonist got amnesia and a tortured past? I wonder when we'll get to the cutscene where I awaken to my hidden power. Not that waking up is really all that high on my to-do list, really. Personally, I prefer to hang out in the starter village and wait for someone else to defeat the final boss.
Da Vinci. Da Vinci. I see you're, a very unique person.
Wait, there is one thing I know for sure. You're human. But then, how are you cloaked in that divine aura?
A pseudo-servant.
Oh, that. Sorry, Karna, but you got it all wrong. I guess not even your vaunted sight managed to see all the way to the truth of the matter this time. Me, human, perish the thought. I'll have you know I'm one of the best known and most popular gods in the whole world. Just call me Ganesh, or is it Ganesha? I can never tell.
Some things sound better than others, but I don't know if that's phonetically correct.
Ooh. Hey, which one of you just call me Indian mythology sideshow act? Look, I can understand why you do a double take on a gal with an elephant for a head, but my favorite divinity are the real deal. So show me the respect I deserve, damn it.
Oh, didn't get... Hey, where'd my banana go? I returned my banana.
Alright, boy, of course I respect Ganesha. I can more or less tell that your divine aura is genuine. But then there's this other aura that couldn't be further from the divine.
Yes, that's it exactly, Rama. I'm impressed. It only took you a moment to see through this being's true nature.
Hey, you don't gotta be that impressed. From what you have said, this young lady appears to be a pseudo-servant with the divine spirit Ganesha as her core. Ganesha is known for many things, including wisdom, wealth, prosperity, fortune, business, and the removal of I don't know.
Why? Let me explain. Let me explain. I don't know why I'm meaning the game, I don't have to, but here's the thing in the Fate world. You can't summon gods as servants. You can't summon them. But you can kind of have them borrow a person's body if they're on compatible wavelength. So, say you wanted to summon Anubis, okay? Let's say you wanted to summon Anubis as a servant. Can't do it, not enough mana, and it doesn't work. Divine spirits, too strong. But if you found a person who has a similar wavelength to Anubis, you could yeet Anubis into that body. And then you'd have what's known as a pseudo-servant. Basically, Ganesha is more or less borrowing this person's body. Most of the time, no. You canonically cannot ever summon Jesus. You can never summon Jesus. He will never respond to the Grail's answer. This is canon. You can never summon Jesus. You're really calling Janako a lolly? You seriously calling Janako a lolly? Well, now I've seen everything. But another thing to note is that pseudo-servants, the personalities of the host and the actual divine spirit can sometimes get all mishmashed together. Now I lost my place. And the removal of obstacles, truly fascinating.
Paldea has its fair share of divine spirit servants of all kinds, but this one looks to be much more like its vessel than the spirit inhabiting it. Think Zhuglian, only with a divine spirit instead of a heroic one.
I've definitely heard the name Ganesha before, and I think I at least know the essentials about him. His elephant head is probably his most famous aspect, and he's also said to be the son of Shiva's wife, Parvati.
Why did I say Parvati like that? Parvati!
It's too bad Parvati's not here with us. Then you could have a nice mother-child reunion.
Yeah, she's around too.
Oh, not right now. I was just speaking hypothetically. Do you not wish to see her?
Oh, well, it's not like I'd mind or anything. I just really don't care for the way she always blurts out whatever she's thinking. While I'm at it, would it have killed her to give birth to me in a more normal way? As for my old papan, well... He's the guy who cut off my head. Wait, hold on. He's the guy who cut off my head and figured everything would be just fine if he stuck an elephant in its place. So I'm not sure I'd really know what to say if I ran into him now. Basically, even I, Ganesha, might start freaking out a bit if both my parents were here. Though I still respect them, I think.
I see, that sounds complicated.
Oh, first, I've had just about enough of this. Well done on finding a divine spirit servant, but she didn't come all this way to waste time on meaningless drivel.
Who's this stout old guy?
You were just about to say facts, weren't you?
Well, I'm a god, so I figured I'd show some mercy and not diss you at our first meeting.
Is that so? Well, how bloody kind of you. Frankly, you're the last one here should be commenting on my physique.
Does this mean you now have a friend with whom you can discuss fitness? This may be cause for celebration.
To be fair, he is fat, yes. But he doesn't like being called it.
What are you talking about? I don't want to celebrate anything like that.
At any rate, that man is something like the supervisor of my current master.
Damn right I am. I'm not just a noble with a bit of extra girth. I'm the leader of this entire operation. You're a rogue servant, are you not? To be a good lass and help us out.
What? You want to make me work? Hard pass. Ninja vanish.
She went back inside that statue.
We need all the help we can get to keep the nearby village safe. Especially now that we've just lost one of our most capable allies.
It sounds like you guys have it rough. But sorry, I can't help. If you need someone to help you fight, you better try some other god. Honestly, I don't want to fight even a little bit. I'm just gonna hang out in here and keep living my sweet, sweet, shut-in life.
You rock now, yes.
It's actually way more comfortable in here than it looks. It's got cushioning at the wazoo, and of course it's fully air-conditioned. I can even manifest handheld game consoles in here thanks to my mysterious godly powers of wealth. There's nothing like a good roguelike for killing time. I could play those for hours on end.
She's kind of stubborn. I know how hard it can be to get her to act. At least, I think I do.
You do.
Master, would you happen to know if there are any stores around here that sell Swiss rolls?
A lot of this stuff isn't going to make sense if you haven't played and or read a translation of Fate Extra CCC. But why?
I was speaking figuratively. I only meant that I have some idea of how to handle her.
You got a way to convince her, go for it, man.
Understood, and I'll drag her out of there by force.
Yeah, CCC.
It's not the most diplomatic solution, but for some reason I get the sense that we would actually be doing her a favor.
Indeed, this is how we usually handle gods who refuse to listen to reason.
No, Someone shall not leave these cushions. I'm warning you, anyone who tries to mess with my shut-in lifestyle is in for a seriously bad day.
It's so hard to believe she's a god when she says things like that, but we... Oh, why am I using Karna's voice? But we can't afford to back down now. I'll help Karna try to get her outside as peacefully as possible.
You fool, that early battle was just a demo, not witness Ganesha's full power.
You fool. I have Mothman and Merlin. You're in for a rude time. The Mothman? Nah, it's a nickname. It's a nickname for Kinshi. I can't pronounce it at all. Nah, son. You are legally not allowed. I don't think the Mothman would get in without shenaniganeries afoot.
神明凍結展開これは多くの道多くの願いを受けた幻想の城
How freaking dare you not finish her off? Oh wait, what am I doing? And I can just... this? I have a party-wide invincibility there. That's like... As far as I know, this doesn't have invincibility, Pierce. If it does, I'm in trouble. Okay, good, not invincibility, Pierce. It inflicts stun for all enemies. What? That's just like gave the sea stars up. Fat elephant move. Elephant go brrrr. Come on. It's a one hit. Okay. So I just gotta wait for next turn. Okay, that's fine. Elvin go brrrr.
これは多くの道多くの願いを受けた幻想の城こうせよモールだ
Camelotto! Get sealed, nerd. I have no offensive NPs here. Ha ha ha!
お望みのままに。
Yes.
そう。
甘い。
そうきたか。王の話いいとも。
Pe pe pe. Pe. Pe 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 pe.
星のうちに物見の見て楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るガーデン・オブ・アバロン。そう。これを賜す。
Ooh, spicy.
主の見業をここにお任せを。
お望みのままに。
Prop, prop.
我が旗よ、我が同胞を守りたまえ。君のしてエテルヌーム。
そう。
中の隙間のいない遠くのパーカーで。
乱暴だな君は。
Question here is, how dare you? And you know what I'm gonna do? There we go.
小さな窓がここに。どしがた。
Ah.
そこは壁もなく城もなく空の始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Fine. Oh. Beep boop bop. Beepity beep beep bop beep beep beep. Thunk.
行きます。
Mm-hmm.
はい。
ほう。
Oh.
甘い。
お任せ。夢のいい。小さな窓が。
行きます。
ここには人。
Will I ever use Mothman's NP? We'll have to find out.
そこは壁もなく城もなく空の始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
そこです。
Boom, boom.
中の隙間のいない遠くのパーカーで。
You know what?
遊びはどうしがたいの。いいとも。
Let's.
天と地の狭間にて人はかくあるべしと。ここに新たなるノリを敷く。
Why is... It's really dependent on the artist. I know Mothman here, he was supposed to be designed to be androgynous. Unfortunately, the voice betrays that. Slap. In resistance to all attacks, really, you're gonna do this to me. Really, really. Apparently, I disconnected for a hot second. Apparently, I disconnected. We're all good now, right? Yeah, no, apparently OBS disconnected. It was OBS itself that disconnected for a hot second, and then it immediately reconnected. So yeah, we're good now. That's good. How much longer are you gonna be invincible? One more turn, okay. What? How dare. Use this to build up some more NP so we can be more invincible. Ah.
そこは壁もなく城もなく空空の始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
主の御業をここに。
お望みのままに。
How long does it take to eat an elephant? Very long with my set. It takes a while with my setup. I'm doing what's called a stall team, which means I stay unharmed and just slowly whittle away at their health. I ain't doing no buster meme. This probably would go by just a little bit faster. If I had a way to remove buffs from Ganesh here, but I don't. definitely my house.
Oh, の話をするとしよう。ほう。
ほっ
星の宇宙に物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Geez, I wonder who I'm going to target.
君の道行きを信じよう。さあ、行きなさい。
Gee Louise. Who will I target?
そう。
It happened again. Don't worry, nothing. You missed nothing important. You missed nothing important. Yeah, I don't believe this is actually an issue on my end. I think it might be either OBS because of the update, or it's on YouTube's end. I'm not sure what the deal is here. I'll be honest. Because it's not like my previous issue where my upload speed, my kilobytes a second, would just drop to 0 and just stay there. Yeah, it might be OBS, my actual router, or YouTube. Either way, it's not something I can really do right now. But thankfully, we're playing a turn-based game, so blah 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 blah.
お望みのまま。そう。これを賜わす。無粋な。王の話をするとしよう。
Hey. Ha ha ha. Mothman good. Mothman good.
魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Thank you, Streamlabs.
そう。
Thank you, Streams.
今野獣から檻が放たれた。
いい加減にせんか。お望みのままに。
はい。
ふむふむふむ。
そう。
そこです。
This is the battle of attrition.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。小さな窓がここには一つ。
お任せを。
そこは壁もなく城もなく降りそうな始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。
Garden of Avalon. Nah.
これを頼む。
This. Yes, I'll do this.
主の見業をここに。
And then this and then that. Deal 1-2. 1-2, buckle my shoe.
我が旗よ。我が同胞を守りたまえ。
こ
馬のいないと思ってのバカめ。
乱暴だな君は。
You're the one to fuck up their shoes. Hey! It landed!
王の話をする
How
としよう。
magical.
いいとも。ほう。
Ho! Ho ho ho.
そこは壁もなく城もなく見せない始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。そうだ。そうき
Yo, Pog!
た。遊びは終わりか。
Wait, do you have a... And then you get like 90% chance, and it doesn't land.
参考を超越し御帝を凌駕せし覇者。これを賜わす。ひれ伏すがよいぞ。
Thank you, Mothman. Ugh.
お任せを。行きます。
ほう。
Ho.
そこです。
これを賜わす。不粋な。
This is what the kids call
主の御業。
pretty Pog. Ha ha ha.
我が旗よ。我が同胞を守りたまえ。君のしてエテルナル。
It's only long because I'm not doing Buster memes. And also I have no way to remove buffs from my enemy.
今野獣から檻が放たれた。
王の話をするとしよう。
行きます。
そこは城もなく見せない始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
そこです。
そうだ。 この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。君の道行きを信じよう。さあ行きなさい。
Let me double check. I want Mothman to finish this. Get a Mothman.
これを賜わす。
Bam.
ひれ伏すがよいぞ。
Did it. We won. It only took us 35 turns. Ha 35 turns of ha ha ha.
No, my paradise.
Well done. It's good for your health to get outside and exercise now and then.
Why do you have to be so boring and right all the time, Karna? Who do you think you are, my dad? My mom?
How strange. I'm certain I have no connection to Ganesha, yet I find myself inexorably compelled to help you. Was I a fan of Ganesha back when I was alive?
So we've won! We've won, right? Since we now hold your life in our hands, you're going to cooperate with us whether you like it or not.
This frickin' guy again. You know, the way you just expect I'm gonna go along with whatever you say reminds me of a teacher I had back in middle school. I really hated that guy. Maybe your fat ass needs a bit of divine retribution for abusing your authority.
Listen, one talk, hear us out.
Well, I do feel a kind of kinship with you, seeing as you look to be the only other plain Jane here. So I guess I can at least hear you out, especially since it doesn't look like Karna's gonna give up anytime soon. Besides, if I'm being honest, I still don't fully get what's going on around here anyway. So what do you want to talk about? The world's been bleached clean, trees of emptiness, and lost belts.
Bruh.
I see. Alright, I get the gist of it. Sounds like things are even rougher for you guys than I thought. Although, you... well... You're actually the most important part of your operation! What gives? I thought you were a fellow plain Jane, turncoat!
Yes, she is. Senpai may only be ranked as a standard class master, but her accomplishments easily meet or exceed those of an A-rank mage.
What even is our goal? We're gonna beat up the cryptos who decided to team up with an alien and we are protecting human history, the proper human history. To do that, we gotta beat up a bunch of people. That's the gist of it. Nekuma, explain better than me. It's a lot to go over.
I would be happy to elaborate, but I'm afraid that to do so adequately would require me to write at least a 500-page report. And it would unfortunately be a little difficult to do that now.
You don't seem like you could tell a joke with a straight face. You're serious, aren't you? Yikes.
You're the vessel for divine spirit now. Doesn't that mean you're also anything but ordinary?
Oh, come on, Carta! You can at least pretend to back me up here! On second thought, never mind. You just say something like, she was never ordinary. Her unusual weight and waistline clearly set her apart. And the worst part is, you wouldn't even be saying it to be mean.
How did you know? Perhaps you truly were worthy to be chosen by Ganesha. No, wait. Something tells me that can't possibly be the case.
All that aside, I do have to wonder, why were you summoned to this lost belt?
Why was I summoned? Believe me, I've been asking myself the same question. I think it was a kind of, you have to be chosen. Yeah, I think it was kind of a, you have been chosen deal. Like Ganesh inside me showed up and said something like, save the world, hero of the digital realm.
Thank you, Nekuma.
Save the world, hero of the digital realm. If diversity is proper human history's greatest strength, then even someone like you can do this. Now's the time for you to spread your wings, and since this is a request from my mother, not doing so is not an option. Be warned, if you fail to save the world, you'll never return to the way you were. So yeah, Ganesha seems to be a pretty nice god, and he's definitely an Indian one at heart. Oh, and don't bother asking me about my class, I'm not quite sure what it is either. I think that might be because Ganesha found me through some sort of devilish intermediary or something. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this extra class either. But we can worry about that later. At any rate, it seems pretty clear that the counterforce summoned her here automatically. So it seems like a safe bet that she'll end up joining our side. But why did Ganesh choose me of all people? I'm just an unemployed shut-in with excess padding. If it were up to me, I'd be demanding an explanation from him and requesting that he choose someone else immediately. Of course, I guess that's kind of moot now that I'm Ganesha.
I think it comes down to compatibility. You may be an ordinary person, but you are an ordinary person with some exceptional qualities. I may not remember why I know that, but I do know that for certain.
There you go, saying things like that with a straight face again, huh? Ooh.
Oh man, Ganesha's class looks really...
That goes for you too. I'm not good with words, so I can't explain it well, but you may have exceptional qualities. You may not be a great warrior or powerful mage, but you are a great master.
Thank you, Karna. Karna believes in me.
Anywho, even if I don't like it, I figured now that I'm here, there must be something I meant to do. So I took a look around and happened upon that town. But it couldn't have been more idyllic. We're talking like, this is what peace would look like. This is what world peace looks like peaceful. Even a shun like me could help but admire the fields of flowers and find this world beautiful. So I figured there was nothing for me to do after all, and Ganesha must have messed up and sent me to the right place at the wrong time or something. So I came back here and enjoyed my lazy, neat life ever since. The end. Well, if you got a problem with that, then bring it on.
Tell me, how long ago were you summoned? When did you pay the town a visit?
I'd say about 5 days ago on both counts. Okay, so according to what Asher told us, that would be back during the first Yuga, the Yuga. Were the buildings broken back then? No, it was a perfectly neat little town, not so much as a brick out of place.
And the destruction we saw must have all happened over the last 5 days thanks to the Kali.
That was a little, incredibly careless of you, Ganesha. If you had only stayed there, you would have had every chance to fulfill your divine duties and save the townspeople.
Hey, what'd you expect? There wasn't a single thing wrong with the place back then.
What's done is done. There's no point dwelling on the past. Right now, we need to worry about tomorrow. We just lost a friend of ours a short while ago. I miss her terribly, but I'll never forget how determined she was to keep fighting. I feel like we need to carry on in her stead and keep moving on. Which is why we need your help. Will you please join us, Ganesha?
I didn't even think gods were real before, and now I am one. It's still hard to believe this is happening. Part of me is convinced this is all just a big mistake. But it does look like I've got a quest to save the world now. And if there's a branch where a town gets attacked open... Now, I guess I can't sit back and watch. Fine, I'll go with you, alright? Just don't expect me to be much help in battle.
You could have saved us all a lot of time if you just agreed to help us from the beginning.
Thank you, Ganesha. I'm so glad you'll be helping us.
Okay, guys, it's gonna be dark soon, so we don't want to be out and about in unfamiliar land at night. So I say we go back to the cave and make camp there until morning. We'll head out again at the first sign of daybreak. Make sure y'all get plenty of rest.
Pardon me.
And... nut. Let's see what we got here. What do we want to do is the question. Oh yeah, that's right. I completely skipped over the CCC event. The rerun. What even are you? What is your NP? It's a quick card. Okay. That's one enemy, so no. I think not. Oh, what? I still never made the Mongomog one, so... Sorry, AJ Alter, you're gonna have to sit this one out. Gillef? I'll think about it. Here. You know what? You can sit in the way back. Do I really want to take in Summer Neat though? I guess I'll take in Summer Neat. Won't be fine. Maybe. We'll see. Thunk. Cube! Behold the cube! Oh. Sorry, I need to put on my best Russian accent. This is ridiculous! Even I can tell something's off about me! Thinking back on it, I haven't been my usual spiteful self ever since Kichi Huan captured me. If I had just planted a bomb or three when I stuck out the shadow border and blown everyone to Kingdom Come, I could have spent the rest of my time on a leisurely tour of the Lost Belts, I swear. What was I thinking? No, I shouldn't dwell on it. No capable woman would ever let what she did or didn't do in the past stop her in the present. I'm just going to focus on business here. Once I get in my groove, I'll get my old spite back in no time flat. I'll just check in on the Tree of Emptiness's growth now and then and devote most of my time to seeing what sorts of wonderful creatures I can find in this boring old world. Still, golly, huh? This works out nicely for me. That's just the sort of thing that makes abandoning a lost belt worthwhile. China's regime was so ridiculously strict and thorough about getting rid of anything it didn't like that there was nothing left for me to have fun with. But here I can get back to my roots and really mess with everything humans love. Shantae just adores that sort of thing. This world is very hospitable to human life, but also extremely strict about virtue and goodness. If a human strays from the path even once, their god's law won't even let them reincarnate anymore. That is what I love about boring, single-minded gods. They're as cruel and merciless as they come. Still, I don't much care for this world's god, or that shitty monk in his creepy-ass green. So I think I can spare some time to mess with them while I take care of business. Maybe I'll take one of those blissfully ignorant humans and wrench the smile from their face just a tiny bit. Why, I'd bet that's exactly what some people actually want. And walking the line between supply and demand is an important service in its own right.
Huh, so you're always on the lookout for the Sita person, huh?
I went back to like the Binchy voice.
Yes, I am. If you happen to see her anywhere, please let me know right away. You don't know what she looks like? Not a problem. If you ever see the greatest woman in the world, one so beautiful and graceful, within her strength that could move mountains, and think she would be perfect as my wife, well, you know you found Sita.
Koshik Chihuahua.
I see, huh? I still like the whole hot Shota King thing you got going on, but knowing you've already got a kid and shit makes it a lot harder to fantasize about you. I'm sure some people would let it hold them back, but somehow I'm not really into that. Oh well, I guess I'll just keep my fantasies to a minimum and enjoy kissing on some
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Some kind of protective spell? In that case, I'm drama. No.
On a different subject, you guys are outside now, right? What's it look like?
Not a Shota, he's a Bishonen. There's a different Shinako, and I trust you to know that. Something has seemed off to me since this morning. No, not just off, it's outright strange. Hey, there's a lot more water around here, man.
That's true. The change in the environment is even more drastic than I was expecting. The ground is dry and barren. The wind is much stronger and foul-smelling. The plants are all dead or dying. Everything is so different from yesterday. Maybe this area drains really easily, so all the sunlight it got yesterday dried it up?
I did think it was that bright out, but who can say with a strange land like this?
And then there's the weather. It's not sunny or cloudy or raining. If anything, it's kind of sandy.
Whatever the cause Yes, this area is clearly much more arid than it was yesterday. The ground is so dry it's begun to crack, exposing the minerals and ore underground.
That much environmental change in a single day, huh? There's gotta be something particular to this last belt that's responsible for this. We'll just have to ask Asha or someone when we get the chance.
Still, looking around here, does it make anyone else uncomfortable, or is it just me? It's like I can't sense much in the way of life now. Compared to yesterday, it feels like everything's cold and inhospitable, if not outright hostile.
I agree. The air is even drier today. It feels as though there is something else in this world now. Something besides the mysterious presence that's been holding us back since we first came here. It may not be likely to harm us outright, but it could still interfere with our ability to fight. I recommend that you keep that in mind.
Nani? You mean that debuff we've been seeing?
I mean, there's a difference between fighting in a blessed paradise and fighting in a cursed place of death. Though, of course, a true warrior remains strong regardless of their environment.
Okie dokie.
Heart stall team it is. If we can just as long as nothing has invincibility pierce, we'll probably be fine.
It seems now we have a good chance to put that to the test.
Wow! It's a pack of wild beasts. We have them following us into town. Let's take care of them now. It may be colder and dry today, but that also means we won't have to worry about our footing since there isn't any more mud. Smash, always look at the bright side, Kirillite, heading out!
Okay.
戦闘か。なるべく避けたいところだけど仕方ないな。
You fool.
それでは勝負。ではこちら。
わあ。Pure one.
一切のよろしい。
What about my drink?
神聖領域拡大。空間固定。神罰執行期限設定。全勝利。
I require egg. Thank you.
あ、そういうことか。神々を軽んじる者、ファラオを愚弄する者、お前たちの罪はここで注がれる。スネフェル・イオテルナイル。はっ。
Let me down again, Summer Nito.
行こう。構いませんが。不敬な。はっ。不敬な。
Yeah, freaking get him, Waver. Get him, Waver.
無駄だ。罠だ。罠だ。簡単すぎるんだよ。
行こう。そう。あ。
Unga bunga, unga bunga, unga bunga.
逃さん。終わりだ。この勝利も夏の太陽。
Oh, it was only 2 turns. I thought it was. Well, okay then. Yay! Why does the singularity have so many dogs? That's a good question. It's not a singularity, it's a lost belt. You gotta get it right. Bazooka! Ooh. You get the frick out of here, Neo. Give me the man. Ah, damn it. The man is too powerful. There you go. This'll be fine. We'll be fine. Probably.
I guess I am a little heavier today than I was yesterday. That might just be that I ate too much breakfast. Something wrong?
No, I was just thinking how strange it is to be fighting alongside you. Or rather, Ganesha.
You mean in a bad way?
Not at all. I feel oddly elevated. I'm very proud, no, happy for you.
Gotcha.
Though it is also oddly painful that I don't know why I feel that way. Part of me is compelled to talk to you, and part of me is compelled to stay away. I'm certain I know you somehow, but for some reason I can't remember anything specific. Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. I was just thinking the same thing.
It's bittersweet after CCC. It is!
I know, Ganesha. There are rules and etiquette about that sort of thing. Even if it was all a big mistake, I'm still a divine vessel now. I'm not gonna try and weasel out of this. Besides, I would just make things harder for Karna. Yeah, kinda, okay. Really wish I could tell him the truth, but I won't. Besides, I feel pretty lucky just getting to fight on the same team as him.
Oh, that's good. The host and spirit are actively communicating, apparently.
Oh, by the way, since I was technically sent here to save the world, let me just make sure I've got this straight. You said we basically got 3 enemies to deal with in this Lost Belt, right? One of them's the Tree of Emptiness. If we cut this down, the whole Lost Belt goes away. I know this is the king, sort of the being at the center of this Lost Belt. They keep the Tree of Emptiness safe, probably. And last is the Cryptor, a master who wants the Lost Belt to go bigger instead of go away.
Yep, pretty much.
So the most important thing's the Tree of Emptiness then. That's it way off in the distance there, right? Basically, we just gotta cut down and we're done, right? So aren't we heading there now?
Every Lost Belt king we've faced so far has been incredibly powerful. And if we get close to the Tree of Emptiness, I'm sure we'll run into the one here too. You may be able to see the tree from here, but it's far too dangerous to approach it now. We need to at least gather more information first.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What do you make of that giant floating cube over there? A local we talked to called it God's Sky Boulder. Oh, that? I was wondering what its deal was too, but I got absolutely nothing. I don't have a better word for it than mysterious. It just feels like something impossibly out of my reach. Kinda like unlocking an analysis skill on my skill tree.
It's not just that boulder. So next to nothing about this entire world.
Yeah, it's definitely not her fault. But I don't feel great about having Asha be our sole source of information either.
Moon Cell 2, Electric Boogaloo.
We still need to talk to all sorts of people to find out anything we can on the King, the Tree of Emptiness, and God's Sky Boulder. That's another reason why it's worth taking the time to defend the town. Make sense, Gordy?
Why are you looking at me? I didn't say a word. But if you're going to do this, then make sure you do it well. There will be no secret hero nonsense on my watch. I want you to put these people so far in your debt they'll be begging you to let them help.
Oh, huh. It's not like you to be so forthcoming, Gordy. It's a good look for. Huh? These readings! Hey, you guys should be in viewing distance of the town by now, right? Can you see anything?
Again! Something's not right here.
I can see smoke coming from that direction. The attack must have already begun.
Go! Let's move! Clank, 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 clank. Uh-oh. Every battle? I don't know. This is terrible.
No way. This was so nice just a few days ago. How did this happen?
The first wave must have already gone here. I thought we had gone here as soon as we could. She's as careless yet again.
Oh! The dog is okay.
Ah!
On. I'm glad you two are both okay. Most importantly, the doggo is okay too.
Yeah, we are, although... Yeah, there's gonna be even more kawaii today. No matter you jump out of your skin in surprise, and today they could show up anytime.
I remember you said there were more Kali during Kali Yuga. This is far more than I expected.
They're clearly going to keep destroying more of the town. How are you going to survive their attack?
I know. Our house was destroyed too, but we gotta do something. Maybe we'll ask someone to let us stay in their house, or hide in the rubble, or just run away. We'll just have to keep playing and do the best we can.
You again, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is I regret my voice choice, but I have to commit. Mayor, we saw that your town has already suffered significant damage. Could you and the other townspeople work together and let us help you fight off the Kali?
Don't be ridiculous! How many times do I have to tell you? This is all our God's will and it's a trial he set before us.
Oh, I switched to a different accent entirely. Different stereotypical accent.
There's no need for us to fight. As long as we pray with sincerity, the sacred peace will save us. Having blasphemers with no intention of praying like you, Lotaran, will leave a stain on this entire town. You can't be here. You shouldn't be here, and we don't want you here. Now go away and leave us alone.
And now I swap. I'm not going to keep the man's voice consistent at all.
Which gun are you talking about?
What do you mean, which gun? Gun is gun. There's only been one gun ever since he made this world during the first Yuga long ago.
There it is again. He believes what he says with absolute conviction. At first I thought this town would just happen to practice monotheism. But does this mean there really is only a single god in this world? Could they be the lost belts? They're back! I'll just have to forget about the heretics for now. Oh God, I pray to you now with the greatest sincerity. I fulfilled my duties as Stan's mayor. Please lend me your protection.
Oh, Auntie! Asha! Ajay! I finally managed to convince my husband to let you in. Come on, you can pray in our house this time.
Yeah, I wonder who could be the Lost Belt King. It's you. You were the Lost Belt King this whole time.
Wait, I had to carry Rihan. Please be careful, Asha.
Yes, make sure you're well hidden. I'm sorry your house was destroyed, but I can at least help you rebuild it when this is over. In fact, I can even have the animals in the nearby woods come and help with but a single call to action.
Thanks, but that's okay. This Yuga's almost about to cycle over. You guys all be careful too. Things are worse here than I thought. Looks like one of those post-nuclear apocalypse RPGs or something. It's even worse because I know what it's supposed to look like.
Unfortunately, if we don't fight back now, the destruction will only get worse. Look, they're here.
crocodile.
Those are kinda, yep, definitely look like Indian demons. Not that I have any idea what Indian demons look like.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're an Indian god? Are you sure you're an Indian god? There are even more of them now than there were yesterday. Counting on you, child of Parvati.
Whoa, don't do that. Finding out wild beasts is one thing, but I have zero confidence when it comes to finding actual demons. When you get right down to it, I'm just a shedder who's never had a job in her life. There's no way I can live up to expectations like that.
It may have been brief, but I did find you myself. I have a fair idea of what you are capable of. Your power is perfectly adequate. You should be more than capable of fighting alongside us. Rama and I will both be trusting you to watch our backs.
Well, technically, I guess I am Ganesha now. But I know old Elephant Head's gonna be upset with me if I don't show off his godly side at least a little bit. So okay, fine. I obviously don't have a choice, so I'll do it already. If any baddies think they can get past this wall with divinely protected flab, they're welcome to try.
I'm glad you're willing to help. Both the Ortonax's hardware and software are working fine. This fight, I'll be prioritizing long-term stability over explosive output. We're up against a lot of enemies, Master. Let's do our best to push them back. Croc with the 6 legs. Interior crocodile alligator. I got a Chevrolet movie theater.
この身でどれだけ戦えるかは不明だが考えても仕方ない。我が断行犬か恵みを授かりました。
Get him, AJ.
これより地獄を開始する。神聖領域拡大空間固定神罰執行期限設定全種
You're not wrong. Bro. Is that really something you had to do? No, it wasn't.
よろしい。中だな。他にやることないの？うん、よろしい。なるほど。切り刻む。
Why are you calling AJ a Shota? Why are you calling Arjuna a Shota? That is not a Shota. What the heck is wrong with your eyesight?
おう、うん、あ。罠だ。おう、了解。最上に近い勝利だけど
Manlet!
戦う前に勝つくらいはないとな。
You know what? I don't think they know what a Shota actually is. I don't think they know. Let's see. Let me see. Man, it's 5.8 feet tall. He's 5'9". That is not a manlet. And Waver is 19. Waver is 19. I could switch it back to Lord El Malloy. Shotas are like little kids. Shotas are the male equivalent of lollies, which are basically kids. Let's see here. Birmingham. This is a lolly. Do what you want. No, they took off their K-scope! Ah! How tall is Waver? Let me check. There he is. Let's see here. 100. Now, I don't know if this one is going off his El Malloy or Waver. So I'm guessing this one is. Guessing this one's going off El Malloy. So El Malloy is 6.1 feet. El Malloy is 6.1 feet. I'm guessing Waver is a little bit shorter than that. As I said, his profile in FGO is probably going off El Malloy. This is probably going off El Malloy. Which is this. See, just a little, not too, that much shorter. Not that much shorter. But the fact that you called Arjuna a Shota means I'm legally allowed to break into your house and beat you to death. Freaking... Yuck. Yeah, this should... We'll see how this goes. So many of them. This is exhausting. Can I take a break now? Ah! What's that? What have all
all these excess energy stores?
Read fat.
If I'm not going to use them. Okay, I'll hang in there a little longer.
Now those creatures have shown to tip up too. Things are about to get even busier for us.
So the sacred beasts are now here as well. We'll just have to try and get them to focus on the Kali as much as possible. If any of them come after us, we'll have no choice but to take them out.
Hey, your Tenax's output is holding steady. Even after prolonged operation, I can keep going no problem. Alright, here comes the next wave of enemies. I have to check the Fate Zero whatchamacallits for waivers height.
一気火星に畳みかける。それではどうぞ。ではこちら一切の邪悪滅ぶべし。悲劇をもって衆生を救わん。芝のご光力王海と共に押し寄せよ。パーシパタはじけて落ちよ。中だな。他にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ？つまり中だな。他にやることないの？
触らないでください。ぎゅーっとこの両手は冷たい鉄のままだけど、心までが怪物にならないように。ブリューヒルでカマーシア外しません。すべてもう逃がしません。
Down!
怖くても我慢できるから。
これか。行くぞ。
行きます。
Down!
この夢から覚め、洋蘭から解き放たれよ。邪竜、
Ooh, that one! Tanky! Oh, what? Waver is going to die. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Okay.
怖くても我慢できるから。あなたも私をいじめるんですね。
ああ。行くぞ。
We got this.
罠だ。
外しません。
We got it. We got it.
に寄っただけだ。気を落とす。
This is like good old Oonga Boonga. Ooh, 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 ooh. In this quest, you will form your party immediately before the battle begins. Yes, please. Thunk.
That's the last of them. Oh, it's still coming! You know, we told you this was gonna be a horde mode where you can't even grind out any XP!
At least they're coming in waves, so we've been able to keep them at bay. But it does feel like we've been fighting them forever. Given how much the townspeople aren't any less fearful now, I'm afraid I'm forced to come to an unfortunate conclusion. I suspect the Kali attack is going to continue for the entire rest of the day.
Ah, great.
Ooh.
No matter. Our task is to continue to fight until our enemies are vanquished. If that means we must fight on till dusk or dawn, then so be it. But that's not to say you should keep fighting with us. Please take some rest whenever you must. It'll be bad for all of us if you were to collapse from exhaustion.
Oh, it's okay.
I was telling out more than you'd think. I'm going full Unga. Excellent posturing. Very inspirational. That said, this battle to become a true war of attrition. As long as things continue like this, I think we'll be able to prevent any further casualties.
Over. Just so you know, this is the sort of thing you absolutely do not say unless you want things to slowly get much, much worse. There, I knew it. Ganesha can feel something coming. Ganesha likes his chicken spicy!
Is that could it be? The new agent of God I've been hearing rumors about.
Thunk.
It's not the other Nesha, it's a new servant we haven't seen before. Be careful, guys.
The hell? I knew. Hold on. Gotta get my Boston. The hell? I knew. Oh, okay, I'm going Texan.
I knew I sensed an unfamiliar divine aura around here, but I sure as hell wasn't expecting this. What's this bullshit? This is pissing me the hell off. What do you think you're doing here, Kana?
I don't think you have any idea how tempted I am to just call him Assman because there's no way I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's no way I am going to ever pronounce that correctly.
Hello, Asfathaman.
Asfathaman? Asfathaman. Assman. You know each other? Do it. Alright. His name is now Assman.
Ass-man.
That's right. His name is Asfathaman.
I can't do it with a straight face.
I fought for the Kauravas alongside this brave warrior during the Kshetra War. He is the son of Drona, my mentor, under whom we both trained, with my friend Anne.
And right now I'm your enemy, Kana.
Well, what do you mean? Didn't you just say it was your friend, Karna?
I spoke the truth. But now he and I are both servants bound to obey our master's orders. If our masters are at odds with one another, then of course that makes us enemies.
Yeah, exactly. It's so damn obvious it's maddening. I couldn't agree more, damn it. Cause he always is angry. It looks like it's gonna be as tough to communicate with as Karna, though for real different reasons. Bros and punks are the hardest kinds for people for shut-ins to deal with.
That's just how he is. Though I do think he used to be a little more, composed. By the way, Assman, who's your master now?
I can't. Every time I have to say Assman, I just get the stupidest smile.
Just hearing you ask that pisses me off. You'll figure that out soon enough. We already ran into a master candidate here. Maybe he is Pepperoncino's servant too.
I'm not so sure. Strictly speaking, we still have no evidence that the other Najal we met is Pepperoncino's servant either.
Never mind who his master is for now. We've got more than enough to digest it by having a new servant to deal with. Well, since he's showing up now, there's not much to question why he's here. That also pisses me off. Of course it's obvious.
Y'all didn't.
I can't let your lot run around wherever the hell you feel.
The words are hard. Now he's on to fight another servant too? Or Karna, don't you dare go easy on him just because you know him.
Do you really think I would?
Gordy just forgot who he was talking to. Oh god, I forget his voice, that's right. Then Bojo Shishikawa doing nothing, so I think I'll speak up too. I know Kanya already told you who Aspen is, but his perspective is colored by having known him in life. Since I only know of him from the Mahata. Let me give you one more piece of objective information about how Aspen is depicted there. In the Mahabharata, he said to be just as strong as Karna, if not stronger, so be careful. What? You mean this guy's actually on Karna's level?
I won't deny that. I was never the strongest warrior, even back when I was studying under Toronto.
Then we should not even... How many voices to keep track of?
Hey, then we should not even consider going easy on him. We'll need to keep our guard up at all times.
Exactly. Be extra careful when facing him, guys.
I understand, but I ignore.
This is clearly no time to be worried about conserving energy, switching Orthodox Sword to anti-server combat mode. Armored Shield and Mash, preparing to engage in full-powered combat. Waiting your orders.
Oh, I'm mad as hell. Now that I'm a servant, anger's the only thing I feel. The whole spirit origin is built on it. So even though I am fire since we last crossed swords while training under my old man, I feel no nostalgia, no joy. The only thing I have, the only thing I feel, the only thing I am now is rage. Yes, man.
Alrighty. What? Oh, they got costume Karna. Kitty's out.
Yes.
Thank you, Streamlabs. Lineup. Hold on, where is the man? Here somewhere, I know it. Where's my star drop man? In here somewhere, I know it. No, there he is. Alright, this is not going to go well. I can feel it in my bones. Ow. Hurt myself doing that. That's a lolly. What's she wearing? That's a good question.
はい。
分かった。そうだね。えい。えい。
手をかけさせるの。剣の執行じゃん。
はい。
的確に行こう。
喜べ。
えい。
内熱衝撃板成功します。
そうだね。的確に行く。分かった。どういい子聞かせて。分かったよ。そうだね。えい。えい。
内熱衝撃板成功します。前に示弾装填します。
敵そうだね。えい。
Not the chonky, lads.
しておるのかな。
示弾はい。
そうだね。
示弾装填します。
えい。えい。
オルテナウス疑似リンク開始。神明凍結展開。これは多くの道。
We haven't even reached Ass Man yet. Yeah? Yeah. We haven't even reached Ass Man yet.
喜んでばかりもおられまいが、そなたは幸運じゃぞ。拷問また拷問じゃ。痛いか？手をかけさせるの。
さあ、どこを切り落とそうか。
This berserker has gotta go.
それも
罪をくける執行じゃ。
星の息吹。人と共に歩む。ゆえにエヌマ・エリシュ。
Dang, child.
そうだね。そうだね。
Those crits probably saved me.
えい。どう？いい子を聞かせて。どうかな。熱くなってきたね。
Fine, if this is really what you want to do.
示弾前に出ます。照準捉えました。ブーストバーニャ突撃します。確実に。
さあ、どこを切り落とそうか。
You know what? Fine.
衝撃板装填します。
Fine.
前に出ます。
分かったよ。そうだね。
I wasn't saving that 1,000-year grudge for the boss or anything.
えい。
内熱衝撃板装填します。ごめんなさい。
I wasn't saving that for the ass man or anything. How painful.
いじった方がいいんじゃないか。
泣いても普通にゆっくりよ。
君の道行きを信じよう。さあ行きなさい。
ナイスに泣いても遅い。
What was it?
喜べ。言って。
How painful. How very painful. Ass man! You can also call him Mr. Big Rigs. I like calling him Mr. Big Rigs. Makes me do the funny. Makes me do the ha ha ha.
分かったよ。そうだね。
喜んでばかりもおられまいが、そなたは幸運じゃぞ。
Blurp.
拷問また拷問。
Yes, the forbidden bath.
えい。
Eeen.
手をかけさせるの。
それもいい。分かったよ。
Yeah, sure. Okay.
呼び起こす星の息吹。人と共に歩む。ゆえにエヌマエリシュ。
Oh, hey! A stun! Nice.
パワーアップというやつじゃ。
熱くなってきたね。そうだね。的確に行こ
ゲーム執行じゃ。
We did it! Yay! We won! We did the thing! Yay! We won! Clunk, clunk, clunk. Nah! Oh, wrong voice.
Now let's see. I can indeed tell for myself that you and Karn are studying under the same master.
Y'all. Yeah, freaking infuriates me to admit it, but you're not bad yourself, Brad. In fact, you gotta remind me of someone. Parashurama? Or maybe Krishna.
I see now why you think that. The two are avatars of Vishnu, just as I am. I am Rama, King of Kosala.
That's so. Well, let me give you a little tip. In this last bit, I wouldn't go around bragging about being the avatar of a god. You might not like what happens.
What do you mean by? Hold it! Something else is headed your way. It started reading like a kali or a sacred beast. Wait, these are servants, and not just one, there are several. Yo! Look at this dude! Look at this dude! Look at this dude. Looks like you're out of time, Assman. Recommendation: cease this game. It is meaningless. On.
I concur, there's no point to your game, or us being here. I swear, I don't even know why we came along at all.
Who's this dude? It's the dude. How can Ass Man be out of time? He ran out of ass. That's how. We all are just calling him Ass Man now, huh? I gotta clean this real quick. Alright. What? Ah! Master, get back! There are two servants here I've never seen before, and I guess that other Nesha was on the enemy side after all. You already know how strong she is. Be very careful not to let your guard down, Master. Whoa, slow down there, girlie. We're not here to fight. You guys... on y'all. You guys piss me off. First you make me come all this way to see what's up, and then you just show up anyway. So they are Iceman's allies, but why would so many servants band together like this? Anger, unnecessary. We need only obey him.
We haven't seen Indian guys here in a long time. I don't blame him for being interested, even if it's pointless.
Why y'all look at me like that? I haven't done anything wrong besides to be like an elephant. Hey, are you seeing this, or rather, not seeing it?
Yep, they gone.
Yep, I think we might have just accomplished our initial goal of keeping this town safe, so that's cause for celebration. Though maybe not too much, since we now got new, much more difficult obstacles ahead.
If you aren't here to fight, then why are you here?
Didn't we mention it? We're accompanying him. He told us to come along, so we did, and that's all there is to it.
This him you speak of, is he your master?
Something like that, or close enough anyway.
Either way, it's only natural we'd obey him.
After all, he's the only god here, the one final god. Look, here it comes. This reading, actually I'm sure you all can see this as well. Look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you Indian heroes might just recognize that. We know what it is too. Though the only time we saw someone riding it, it was the decidedly not Indian king of heroes. It's both a flying chariot and a ship, a floating palace that serves as transport for the gods that's said to even be capable of ascending into space. Spaceship!
A white Vimana.
Ah!
Who's riding it? Is that?
Ah!
He looks different, but I still recognize his face. I would never mistake him for anyone else. So I can say with certainty.
Zoom in more. Show me the boy. There he is! It's he! There he is! Ah!
That is Arjuna.
Really? Not the one recorded in Chaldea, of course. He must have an altogether different spirit in origin here. Well, gee, now how am I gonna voice it? How am I gonna voice AJ? No. Once I may have. I can't do this voice. What am I gonna do for titties out Arjuna? I gonna do? Eyes.
What am I gonna do?
Once I may have been known as, or now, I am a god.
What's going on? It feels like my hair's standing on end.
Yeah, I feel it too. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm getting chills. But I do know that no good guy would ever go around introducing himself as a god. With the obvious exception of Ganesha, since he's the real deal. Beings with divine power have come from the outside. An avatar Vishnu and Chandra Parvati and Karna, son of Surya. So that is all of you.
We're here too. That's right, the Master of Chaldea and her servant are here as well.
Woo! He usually wouldn't even...
Y'all. Oh, bless your heart. He usually wouldn't even look at you if you're not God. I've completely fucked up his voice again.
But y'all guys are idiots. So idiotic it's infuriating. Thanks to that now, he's noticed you too.
Which means y'all are done for.
Well, now that you come all this way to see them for yourself, what do you think?
Nothing. This ended up being no more than a fleeting diversion. I thought I might feel something, but there was nothing. To me as I am now, all these foreign elements I see below me are equally defective, immature, and worthless. They do not belong in a perfect world. In that sense, they are evil. God has witnessed defective beings. God has witnessed evil. They have no place in the next.
Okay. Ball. Well, there he goes. I guess he's not going to give us any orders then. Conclusion, impossible, futile, meaningless, nothing and no one can break his concentration. We'll just have to wait.
And this really was a waste of time. I knew I should have just ignored all this and kept going with my research. Yeah, I know that means I'd be gone in the next Yuga. I just wanted to rest.
Big mood, Skleps. What's going on?
Oh, crap! Arjuna's gathering an unbelievable amount of energy around him.
Indeed, the sheer energy for this noble phantasm, if it can even be called that, is nothing I have ever seen. In fact, several of our sensors have been overloaded while trying to measure it.
What? That can't possibly be good. Hurry up and do something!
Hear me, Arjuna. You think I'm defective, immature, worthless?
Pardon.
Look at me. Look at me in the eye. Take up your arms and pay attention, Arjuna. Otherwise, the spear will be put to a cowardly use, and I don't want that. Even after all that, you would still ignore me, Arjuna.
God, I understand you do have a lot of history, and I'm sure there are rules you are bound to as warriors of Kudu. But neither of those is true for me. As far as I'm concerned, he's already started this fight. And I'm sure you know when I decide to do something, I do it, whether my enemies are paying attention to me or not. Master, I'm gonna use everything I got to stop it, requesting permission to release my noble phantasm. Just shoot your goo, my dude. Shoot your goo, my dude.
Brahmastra!
Hey!
Ping. I think your NP might be bugging out because it looked like it didn't work on him at all.
What the can't be? That blade even destroyed the great Raksha, Ravana. How could it have? I understand your shock and confusion, but since we must rely on accurate information, let me be clear. Your noble phantasm did not so much as scratch him. Furthermore, he did not take any sort of defensive action against it. It simply failed to do anything to him.
That lines up with what I saw too, though I still can't believe it.
At first, I thought it might be an effect of the enormous amount of power he's concentrating near him, but that doesn't appear to be the case either. Which would mean he possesses some sort of anti-interference ability that not even Rama's noble phantasm can penetrate. But how is that possible? Vor. Be that as it may, with kings are notoriously stubborn. I could never hope to find Sita if I were to give up now. I'm gonna try again, and I won't hesitate to use anything or anyone. I'll be a son of Syria.
Please help him, Kana.
Kana banana.
That is your order.
Hurry up! Whatever's going on, there's a pressure sergeant building. I've got to move on before it's too late.
Alright. Oh, can you really not see what's going on? Ah, it's Pepper! Oh, what's that? Oh, what's my voice him?
Forget it, it won't work. Don't take this the wrong way, but neither Rami nor Connie's no phantasms will have a chance against him. Trust me, he outclasses you guys in every way after all. He's every Indian god rolled up into one single super being.
Bye! It's you!
Pepperoncino! Well, here we are together again, and much sooner than I expected. I was going to just sit back and watch, but I had to say something after seeing how utterly tense you are. Bye, Ellie! We can talk more later, though. Right now, you need to skedaddle. Chop, chop.
What? You're on to be true. Why should we listen to it? You have to.
Well, what if I told you I was only in those mountains because I was running from Naja? And then Naja only stopped fighting you guys because tracking me down was a higher priority.
What I mean to say is that they are my enemies as much as yours.
I see, so if that Arjuna is the master of all those servants, including Naja, then our young Scandinavia Pepperoncino can be the master of none. There appears to be no evidence to the contrary either. I really don't have time to lay it all out to you right now. I guess I'll have to try the direct approach. Yes, I am a crypter, and I know we're on opposing sides, but I promise you I'm not lying. If you don't get out of here right now, it'll be the end of everything.
What about the townspeople?
It's okay, you don't have to worry about them. The ones who are fine are all well and truly fine, and the ones who aren't, well, you can't help them now anyway. The one thing I can say for sure is that there's a very good reason why you all need to get out of here as fast as you possibly can. If that's still not enough to convince you, then I'll have to resort to cliches instead of logic. The truth is, right now, that's all the only weapon I've got. Ready? Here goes. I hope you'll trust me on this. Pepperoncino.
What do we do?
I trust in Pepperoncino. Dang, Pepperoncino is a good person. I can't imagine he would ever try to deceive anyone.
Good person, huh? From my perspective, you seem to be.
What a show-off.
No, if nothing else, I agree that you aren't lying. I have no objections to the master's decision.
Why do you believe him?
Hoo-ba-ba-ba. Field decisions trump everything, Mr. Gordolf. Get used to it. Alright, then hurry up and make your way out of... Y'all.
Oh, well, hello, Assman. Long time no see. I guess it'll piss me the hell off to see you here, ex-master. My contract with you's been completely overridden. Any connection we had is long gone.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I don't suppose you'd let us go celebrate us no longer being master and servant, would you?
Hell nah, I can't just let you guys walk out of here. Now that the big boss has decided he wants you gone, it's my job as one of his luck pilot to see it done.
Well, that puts me in a pretty pickle. Would you say all the others feel the same way?
How should I know? But I guess they wouldn't do anything unless they were directly ordered to. Pisses me off. Uncle Dad? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, but don't get me wrong, it's not because I don't care about my job. I'm just confident that you're more than capable of handling this alone, Asma. Confidence is a hugely important, you know. It's just like hunting. It's a bad idea to work too hard when you're confident in your position. To go around hunting down mountain animals when you don't need to, the mountain will end up dead. Big boss Metal Gear!
Well, now I gotta do my best snake impersonation for that guy now.
Is your position the only reason you're standing in our way, ass man?
Nah, there's more to it than just that.
Bye, Jesus.
I know if I stop you guys from getting away now, it'll end up what? It'll guess one step closer to his perfect world. And you know what? I want to see his perfect world, I admit it. Which means I got no choice but to stop y'all. So I'm gonna beat all your asses down. And then I'm gonna kick back and watch as you all get sucked into the dissolution.
The dissolution? What do you mean?
So the time for words is over, huh? Then I guess I'd better get ready to respond to God. Nothing else I can understand him a lot better than the being way up there. Let's take him down and scare our way out of here.
So you still refuse to look my way, Arjuna? No, right now I have another role to fulfill. Awaiting orders, Master. Let's make our way through.
Yes.
Ass man, I'm trying to sneak around, but the clanks of my dummy thick crossbow bolts keeps alerting Chaldea.
What the fuck is this effect you got going on? With quick. It's critical strength with attacking with quick cards. Okay. At least voice on my right speaker from time to time. I don't even think my thing is in stereo. Click. That's the magic of 7.1 audio. Hey, a stun! Nice. You know, I actually don't know if this man's is single target or not. Oh. Didn't even have to worry about his NP.
排熱
Excellent.
充電に移行しますね
Excellent, excellent.
Ugh! Stand still, damn it!
Pepe's using Magecraft to help us. He's not doing any damage, but he's moving so fast that the enemy can't focus on us. Now's our chance.
We can't see I've seen a spell to speed you up quite like that. It looks like it just lets you move around really quickly, plain and simple.
Want to know how it works? Well, kind of like its name suggests, I use the power of love to bend space around me.
Oh boy, he's obviously lying, but we'll have to leave it at that for the moment. You poor thing is the enemy's vulnerable now. There's no life forms nearby, and you're good a distance away from the town now, so don't worry about holding back.
Wasabi Shakti!
It's a direct hit. That should do. What?
Yo, he's fucking pissed. What was that, Connor? It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that to kill me.
That attack did hurt him, that much is certain, but he's recovering from the damage at an alarming rate.
I see you've changed since I last saw you, ass man.
How would you expect? You're the one who died first. This is yours, you of all people.
I did, I won't deny it.
Hey, now slow your roll there, people. You don't have to finish him off just yet, okay? The important thing is he's certain enough for us to get past him now, so come on, hurry.
Let's go! Let's go!
Damn it, get back here! Just so you guys know, since I'm conditioned, I can actually run faster than you think. Way faster than any ordinary human. I don't get tired that easily. But I do feel tired for a need like me. This is the worst thing of all. There's no one else in the whole world who hates running as much as we do.
Complaining about it won't make it any easier. Just be quiet and keep running.
I only said that because I was hoping you'd take the hit and carry me.
I can't. I'll be crushed under your weight. Perhaps that is owed to the winning Ganesh's divine power.
Hey, I'm not that heavy.
But the way, why are you running away with us? I thought you were our enemy.
I have my reasons. Arjuna didn't see me as an enemy before now, so it's fine as long as I was just laying low. But since the shop found me in the mountains, and especially now that I've helped all of you, I'm pretty sure he's decided I don't have a place in this world. Basically now I'm qualified to be collateral damage. Pepe, I'm still not sure what that means. Sorry, Maggie, but you'll need to focus on moving those legs, not your mouth. We need to hurry, honey. If we don't get away in time, it's curtains for all of us.
So how far?
You're kidding me, you really don't know that. Alright, fine, I'll just have to explain as we run. Everything's about to destroy and remake everything in this Lost Belt. The solution, rebirth, destruction, reconstruction, cataclysm, and genesis. As the last god of this world, all of that is within his capability. Huh? The reason he's taking so long to charge up is because he needs time to put together the ridiculous amount of energy he needs to pull that off.
Oh my god. Pardon?
And if any of us get caught in the destruction and rebirth of this world, we'll end up disappearing completely. 100%, absolutely guaranteed. No recourse, no way out, nothing.
That's quite difficult to believe. But if that enormous amounts of energy were to keep growing at an accelerated rate, I suppose it's not impossible. But then if that's true, what happens to the world after it's been recreated? Where will the life forms?
I'll fill you in on that later. Right now, I'm just answering Cal's question of how far we need to run.
Wonder if Arjuna here is strong in the beast combat. My bias says yes.
So now that you know, I'm sure you can figure out what you have to do to avoid the massive Noah Vandals capable of destroying the entire world, right? You're the only ones with an evasive measure that can get around that. I'm counting on you to save my skin too.
Go to zero sale.
Exactly. I'm glad you worked it out.
Naturally, I figured that might be the case, so I've got the engine all warmed up and ready to go. Let's figure out what a rendezvous, and we'll head there right now and pick you guys up.
I'll admit it's so risky. For sure what happened to Arjuna becomes aware of the border too. But right now it's the only hope we have.
Hold it, just a damn minute. You want us to let him crypto out to the border? Let him experience a zero sale on top of that? Preposterous, absolutely out of the question. I know we've had a crypto on board before, but that was strictly as a prisoner. Not unless there were extra genuine circumstances.
Naturally, neither Da Vinci nor I have discounted the risks in this course of action. But right now, the most important thing by far is ensuring Capo's safety. All the other considerations are secondary as best. Besides, we had. Just look at her. Once she makes up her mind to trust someone, there's nothing any of us can say to persuade her otherwise. Especially since she's the one out there doing all the heavy lifting.
Look, I thought we'd been over this already. At this point, I'm just a single powerless mage. I don't even have a servant anymore. I'd say that more than qualifies me as a prisoner personally.
So a prisoner, huh? I do still regret how Cataclysm Lupus ended up getting away. If I look at this as another chance to get some valuable information about the cryptors, maybe the reward is worth the risk. Alright, I'll make a special exception justice once, but he's be kept under tight security at all times.
Thank you, Director Gordolf! I've got the border's rendezvous point coordinates. Let's get there as fast as we can, Master.
Go! I thought Kaduk is in crypto jail now, yep. Kaduk is now in crypto jail. And Olivia died. Oh! Olivia! Oh, I'm sorry. Ophelia! Ophelia, not Olivia. Oh! Ophelia!
Jeez, I finally got a chance to survive it now. All that's left now is one simple question. Will we make it in time?
Yes, we will. You is cannot be our servant. Yep. You is an ex-cryptor. Okay, so after this, I think I'll end the stream. After this cutscene, I think I'll end the stream.
Are you okay, Master? We're almost there. Just hang in there a little on second thought, now that we've come this far, I doubt anything else will try to attack us. I'll carry you the rest of the way. You too, foe.
Are we at the rendezvous point yet?
Damn, even with all this distance between us, the pressure from Arjuna is only growing stronger. I've never felt the air turn so stifling before. Now you and Ravana nicked my throat with a sword, and Kumbhakarna and the giant's foot was hovering above my head. This isn't normal. I'm not usually afraid of anything except losing Sita. But for some time now, I've been getting chills all the way down to my spirit origin. Calculating expected time based on our current speed and distance, setting estimated limits based on current observation results. Putting those together, we get...
Well, what is this, man? Why saying anything, oi?
The only parameter we can adjust now is our speed. We'll just have to hurry as best we can. If you happen to install a secret acceleration system while you're working on the border, Captain, this is the moment to reveal it.
Taking your time for that. All I do is make sure all the existing systems were working.
Should just be able to rendezvous in time if we use all the resources and go at top speed. The real problem is... I'll make as much headway on my end as I can. Please hurry, Da Vinci.
It's done. Extracting unified divine power from all divinities condensing process complete. Using the 10th to control execution. Deployment preparation begin.
What? This is...
That's it, we're done for. It's all over now.
For this.
I can tell too. It couldn't be more clear. Whatever that was, it was something we absolutely have to evade. Please hurry up, Da Vinci.
Time for the wait. Come on in, guys. The hatch is wide open. Everyone on board? Okay, shutting the hatch now. Did we do it?
Okay, hello. Well, that wasn't so bad. You really had to go there, Holmes. Couldn't was just having a bit of fun with us as you washed up to jail.
I spat all over myself. Not out of the woods yet. The real problem is readying that zero sail.
What?
It doesn't just happen automatically at the push of a button. I did everything I could to prepare in advance. But even if we skip some of the checklists, go with the bare minimum and turn a blind eye to everything else, it won't work. Even if we perform the operations as fast as possible, it's still not enough. It's a difference of only 5 seconds, maybe less, between the time we need and the time when Arjuna releases his Nova Phantasm, but those are 5 seconds we just don't have.
No!
Hold it. Hold on just a damn minute. Which one of you just went outside their spirit form? It's... I bet it's Kid. There he is!
That wave earlier. Now I see. I don't understand it, but I can sense it. It's true. This world is going to be destroyed, then remade. Not God in that we will disappear.
Anna!
Can't let you be erased. I'm going to do what I must to ensure you survive.
Karna, you don't mean...
5 seconds? Leave it to me. By setting everything I have ablaze and becoming the very radiance of the sun, given this, Arjuna will not be able to consume it all at once. For at least these 5 seconds, I will make sure he knows who I am.
But if you do that, you'll... Come on, Karna, you can't do this. Be reasonable.
There is no other way. Get ready to set sail.
Holmes! I'm working on it. It'll be just a little bit longer.
That's it. Any servant would do the same. This is what I want. Need not worry about me.
Anna!
Don't you dare let a sacrifice be in vain. Now sit down and buckle up.
You didn't even talk to me before you left. You got a lot of nerve on you, Bacana. You are truly the great hero, benefaction, and warrior among warriors. As they say nowadays, you live up to the hype and then some. I'll take care of things from here. You give 'em hell.
Thank you.
Entering the final phase of emergency dive preparations, initiating countdown.
How much time do we have until the attack hits us?
So little that I'd rather not spend it answering that question.
Wait, you can't. This isn't...
Arjuna, may go without saying, there are few things I want more than run you through. I could even take advantage of this previous opportunity to try and do so now. But, at this moment, I am a servant sworn to protect my master. I am not here to meekly accept this outcome, nor resign myself to my fate. I am here to stand before you with pride, so that you may ignore me with disdain. So today, I will not be taking up my spear instead.
Yeah.
God has cast his gaze downward. These defects are unnecessary and therefore evil. Be gone, evil. You have no place in the new Yuga, the new world. I will now wield the sword of the God who ends all things. I will cut off the world, of the rift in the world, made by the blade. Clear purification will burst forth. Terminus and Genesis will cycle anew. Sword of dissolution, let your blade fall.
Mahapralaya.
Oh, my eyes!
Behold, these are the shining armor and earrings given to me by Celia, God of the Sun.
Devastation! This was not my intention!
But know this, as I transform myself into the life's radiance, this gold will no longer be my armor. It will merely be a sign that I am burning bright as the sun, here where you can see it. Captain Kuntara!
Golden armor. Got out light mode. Deactivated its defensive double phantasm, but even with its protection.
Karna!
It's alright. I don't know how I know you, but I know you well. And though I can't explain it, I have every confidence that we will one day meet again. So don't be sad and please, take care of Master for me.
There, shadow border, untethered from reality. Void space dive, zero sail, unfurl. That's not eggs. Oh. This one has no battles either. Okay, after this cutscene, I'll end the stream. One more cutscene. One more cutscene. One more. I swear. Did we make it? Clearly we made it. Good grief, talk about escaping by the skin of one's teeth. We may have paid a heavy price, but at least we managed to protect what we absolutely needed to. Nah. Even wearing nigh indestructible armor imbued with the sun god's power, there's only so much one can do when the very world crumbles away. Truth be told, I'm impressed it lasted as long as he did. That was a feat akin to holding back all the waters of the ocean or catching a falling star with one's bare hands. There are few heroes in all of history could have withstood a cataclysm like that, even just for a few seconds. For us, those few seconds were truly the difference between life and death. Garda, you're a better faction. I salute your strength and devotion. You have my eternal thanks.
First I shall now, Karna. We've barely just gotten here, we've already lost 2 of our servants.
As cold-hearted as this may sound, we can't move on if we keep our focus on the past. Let's go over what we've gained as well. Yes, I know, you're right. Go ahead, Holmes. That whiff of light we observed just before we dived contained a truly unbelievable amount of magical energy. More than enough to convince me that it was capable of destroying this entire Lost Belt, if I hadn't already seen it with my own eyes. No one hero should ever be able to wield power of that scale. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. But given that he clearly can, there must be a reason for that. Yep, we back. We've even heard a few hints towards his nature already. The final god. Every Indian divinity rolled into one. So now I think we'd best hear more about him from someone I believe is uniquely qualified to answer. Let me come right to the point. What is he?
Okay, now seems like a good time as any for a bit of a chat. Plus, now that you've shown me what the reverse side of the word looks like, it's only fair that I reciprocate now.
The rift between worlds, the inside of nothingness. The gap between heaven and earth, the space outside the universe. Here, where a single moment spans an eternity, only he, and the few beings he acknowledges, are able to exist. Oh, wait. Storage records organization complete. Commencing reconstruction. Hey! Dude! I was not expecting him here. Dude, I was not expecting him. Delightful. What a delightful. Oh, I'm giving him the exact same voice as Pepper. What a delightful way of molding the world as you see fit. I don't think I'll ever get tired of watching it. It's so unilateral, so transcendent, and above all so violently correct. What a blessing it is to witness it so closely. If you say so. Personally, I think it's just plain boring. He even had the perfect chance to get rid of the Chaldea clowns and he let them get away. What was he thinking? Unnecessary defects deleted. Continuing logic absorption and conceptual repairs. Oh my. You really should be more careful. You're lucky he seems to not have heard you this time. He decides we're defective and unnecessary too. We won't be able to escape the recreation process either. The god, after all, he gets to make those sorts of judgments. Right now, the Chaldeans are little more than pests to be cleaned up along with the rest of the trash. If he did decide that Capo and her little gang were truly unnecessary, he would send one of his local pala to handle them. It's not our place to say anything, let alone do so impertinently. No, all we need to is stand back and merely spectate as he recreates this world into his own perfect little sandcastle. It may be wrong to draw plans and create molds when it comes to making sandcastles, but as I say, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Why doesn't anyone else try their hand at it? The more we repeat the process, the closer we'll get to making the perfect plans and mold. At the rate we're going now, why, I expect it won't be long at all before we get there. Yes, I suppose the sand we're using may get worn and tattered the more we destroy and rebuild. But that's a small price to pay to bring us such a grand project to its completion, don't you think? So of course we will keep going. That was a fun laugh to do. That was a fun laugh. The foreign god's symbols consist of 3 alter egos. But this monk is one to be especially wary of. Part of it is that he's just very much rotten to the core. But it also could be more obvious that in the end he's going to cast out the few inhibitions he has, wreck everything in his path, and move on to do it all over again somewhere else. What is with that look? Are you saying I only dislike him because he reminds me of myself? I am patient, woman, but even I can only take being lumped in with something like that for so long. Why don't you open up your mouth and actually say something for once? Or is it your job really just observing and nothing else? Well, I guess you didn't need to say anything there. Your actions could have said, I already see where this is going, louder than if you brought it to megaphone. Alright, I'll just make do with the modest gains in this lost belt and focus on finding out what that monk is up to. After all, I certainly don't want getting in the way of my own future plans. Final value allotments confirmed. Entering, executing. Thus, the world is reborn, its cycle begins anew. Whoa! XXXX Yuga cycle inception. Plane, there's a plane. So I'm sure you've all at least figured out this much, but that Arjuna is the core of this Indian lost belt. He's the reason this world became part of the burning theoretical phenomenon. Let's see. Now to Holmesy's earlier question. Holmesy. This world was pruned away because in it, you gained the power you just witnessed. What happened exactly?
Just so you know, this is almost all speculation on my part, okay? There's no one around who can prove what really happened. Anyway, I don't know exactly when he got all that power, when this world became estranged from proper human history. All I know is that it was a long time ago, and I can make an educated guess. It was probably during the Mahabharata. Something happened right around when the war it depicts came to an end. After that led Arjuna acquiring every divinity in India.
Right, you mentioned that earlier. Then it's really true? It would certainly make the kind of paradoxical sense, given what we've seen thus far. A feat as extraordinary as remaking the entire world would simply wouldn't be possible without an equally extraordinary background. Oh boy! Stretchy, stretchy, stretch. Okay. But that still doesn't explain how it happened.
This is also just speculation, but I think he probably acquired the divinities in phases. And the most plausible explanation I could...
Alright. Oh, goodness.
I can think of, he probably started by acquiring Vishnu's power. That's his closest friend Krishna was one of Vishnu's avatars. What's more, Krishna was said to have one of the strongest connections to Vishnu in all of his avatars. Not that I'm saying you're weak, of course, Rami.
I'm perfectly able to understand the point you're making. Never mind the implications, just keep going.
You got it, hon. So Arjuna somehow got Vishnu's divinity from Krishna, peacefully or otherwise. It stands to reason that it could have laid the groundwork to do the same with the other divinities. Vishnu is one of the most powerful gods in all of Indian mythology, after all. I expect he went around hungrily unifying all the other Indian gods in this last belt one by one after that.
Thank you, Streamlabs.
Indra, even Shiva and Brahma were no exception. So once he'd absorbed all their divinities, he became what he is now. In Arjuna with divine power over death and creation, ruler of this last belt and capable of destroying and rebuilding everything alike. No, you can't call him Arjuna anymore. May have started as Arjuna, but he's something else altogether now. That's why he no longer has a shred of the heroic Arjuna's personality. You saw that for yourselves, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, he seemed disconnected, mechanical. I'm not sure how best to describe it, but it did seem very clear that we won't be able to reason with him.
Technically, this would not be the first such entity we've met. If you'll think back to Scandinavia, Sitona was an amalgamation of 3 divine spirits. But Arjuna would seem to be on another scale altogether, so much so it's hard to believe that they're in the same category. At this point, it is all too plausible to accept that he is neither human nor servant, but an entirely new divine conceptual being. Truth be told, I'm surprised he's even able to maintain his form. Taste it, alter, and call it a day.
Alright, so we know what his deal is. Now what about you? What's your game here, Cryptor?
Me, why isn't it obvious?
Don't say that's obvious about you, it's the fact that your face practically screams, don't trust me.
Well, I never. I'll have you know I was just trying to keep my embarrassment from showing. But alright, if you need me to explain, I can do that. After becoming a crypto, I summoned Asvat to be my servant. After I was assigned to the Indian Lost Belt, the first thing I did was make contact with its king, Arjuna. Once I learned he was basically a guy, I spent my first months here trying to control him as much as I could. But after that foreign god disciple showed up, Arjuna suddenly started behaving strangely. I guess the disciple must have managed to sway him over to his side.
That's more.
He's a young man who always wears some sort of Japanese outfit. Calls himself a monk, but he's clearly a failed onmyoji.
Onmyoji.
He's very handsome, but he's also thoroughly twisted and rotten to the core. Definitely not my type. If I'd approached him, the odds were better than even that one of us would end up dead. And we couldn't have that, right? Seeing how we're both technically on the foreign god's side and all. Oh, I always made sure to keep my distance from him. I never even got a chance to find out his true name. At least we know he isn't Koyanaskaya, and it sounds like he's not Father Rasputin either. Oh, I am fond of Koyanaskaya. She may be evil, but she's a pure sort of evil. You know how she can cross between lost belts as she pleases, right? So I see her every now and then. But I haven't gotten a read on her. It's like she doesn't respect the foreign god despite being an alter ego. But anyway, Koyanaskaya doesn't have anything to do with Arjuna. Basically, thanks to the other alter ego, the male disciple, Arjuna started taking much heavier hand to his world than he'd ever had before. After that, it sounded like they needed more pawns for running errands and such. So he went and took my contract with Assman, all because he just happened to be close by. And just like that, Assman was his, and there was nothing I could do. Not good being a cryptid did me right. At that point, all I could do was laugh at how absurd it all was.
What? He just took your contract from you?
Thinking back on it now, I should be surprised considering just how powerful a god he is. I just didn't really get how powerful until he was using that power on me. And to top all that off, he went and summoned a few more servants all on his own. I don't know if he figured out how by studying Assman, or if the disciple told him, but I guess it doesn't matter. The point is, once he had more servants on his side, I knew I had zero chance of taking Assman back. I got the impression that Assman used to be your servant based on your earlier conversation. What I really want to know is what happened after that. After that, I ran away as fast as my legs could carry me, of course. I didn't want to die for nothing, after all. That's really all it comes down to with me. But don't you cryptids have a duty to grow your lost belts? Is that how you're supposed to determine which one is truly worthy to rule? Well, sure, but with India, or rather, with Arjuna there, that's just not going to happen. Honestly, I knew it was pointless as soon as I got here. You should see this world as a dead end and nothing I can do about that. So I gave up on my responsibilities to grow this world's tree of emptiness. I mean, who cares who the king of the world is if you're not alive to see it? Kshetra has probably already figured out that my lost belt's a lost cause. In David's case, I'm not sure. I wish he would show at least a little interest in it, but oh well. Oh, that reminds me. I heard you had run-ins with Catacophilia and Akuta. Well, if you're not going to make this personal, I won't either. Besides, I can't go around avenging my comments or talking about Cryptid's pride for things as they are right now, can I?
So you're a future comment on the cryptids, assassins. And as long as we don't bring up the cryptids ourselves, you won't oppose us as one. Is that what you're saying?
Take it however you like, but just knowing that Capo's bare cat I can be buried, Ophelia. Well, that's more than enough reason for me to want to avoid fighting her if I can. I noticed you didn't mention Akuta Hinako there. What about her? Oh, Akuta's a special case. I mean, she wasn't even human, right? She was never on anyone's side but her own to begin with, so I don't see any reason to avenge her.
Oh, you know Akuta Hinako was a true ancestor.
Akuta did a good job keeping her cards close to her chest, but I've always had a good nose for that sort of thing. I knew the instant I arrived at Chaldea that she wasn't actually human.
He means one with that end.
Oh yes, that's the last thing I need to tell you about. Arjuna uses his powers to destroy and recreate the world all over and over, cycling through periods called Yugas. I won't spare you the details for now, but while they're similar in some ways to India's original concept of Yugas, they ultimately diverge pretty wildly. We have a couple of problems. First, he's gradually going through the Yugas faster and faster. Then there's one of the things he does, is as he completes each cycle. Something he does when he remakes Heaven and Earth between the Yuga cycles. We've already been informed about something along those lines, namely the judgment Asha told us about. I can't infer with what that judgment entails, thanks to her telling us it involves everyone dying and coming back to life. But of course, now is not the time for speculation. Oh, why not? I'd love to get to see speculating in person, Holmes. How does this maybe be to believe coming from me? I have no intention of interrupting someone else's explanation of a thorny riddle with my own half-baked theories. Well, if you already know that much, it would probably be faster to see you for yourselves than anyway.
Hi! It's me, Da Vinci, the beautiful genius who's been forced to keep her mouth shut and listen despite being just itching to jump into all this fascinating discussion. Our reality space observation results have finally stabilized, so we can emerge from our zero sail now. The longer we stay submerged, the more chance we have of something going wrong, so while I hate to cut Pepper and Shield's explanation off, I really think we should head back to reality space now, especially for our own. What do you say, Gordy?
Alright, go ahead. But I want our security to remain airtight and make damn sure we resurface inside the Lost Belt, got it?
Got it!
Will it be safe for us to go back outside after we emerge? Oh, sure. The rules about the Yuga cycles are 100% absolute. I can promise you Arjuna won't try anything now that we've just started a new one. Though when it comes to other dangers, I can't make any guarantees. I mean, I just don't know, you know?
We can't let the mere possibility of danger hold us back. We may not be able to do anything about the cataclysm yet. But we'll just have to assume we'll be able to handle any other threats we run into. Sure, God, I may be gone now, but you still match myself and Ganesha the Divine Spirit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright?
Sorry for being so down in the dumps. I'm okay now, I promise. I know I still have my Ganesha duties to fulfill. And besides, did you hear what Carter said? He asked me to take care of you for him. Can you believe that? Super great hero like Carter asking a loser like me for help? How does that work? Still, I don't think he'd have said that if he hadn't needed my help. That must mean he thought I was up to it, and that he trusted me as a fellow servant. So I figure I may be a loser, but I still do my losery best.
Well, that's a mood.
If Carter's gonna put his trust in me, I might as well see if he saw something I didn't. Just don't expect me to be much help.
Okay.
I'll come along and help him too, of course. Besides, it's easier to explain things when you're seeing them in person. Is it alright with you too?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pepe.
Holy sh... What do you think you're doing, Pepperoncino? Have you forgotten you're a prisoner?
Huh? But the border won't be leaving this last bottle until Capo finishes what she came here to do, right? How can I possibly get away on my own? Besides, helping all of you here is a sure way to help me survive too. Not to mention that she looks so adorable after all this time. I can't help but want to support her anyway, you know? I see, thank you. Of course, if you insist on keeping me in here, well, I can't blame you for that, but are you sure it's a good idea?
A good idea? Don't be preposterous. Of course I'm sure it's... No, wait, hang on. What if...
Oh my, he's gone so pale. They're keeping an unknown element like me here in the heart of their operations. God, he's so easy to read.
Could have Holmes and Captain restrain him. What if he's planted a bomb inside his body? There's something frightening about him that reminds me of a mercenary. He may have said he only wants to survive, but he's obviously not the least bit frightened about dying. I could easily see him blowing himself up and taking us all out with him, so then the safest option would be... Alright, I suppose it would be the humane thing to do. Very well, just this once I'll grant you special permission to accompany Capo. But be warned, this permission is contingent on you obeying every order we give you without question. Refuse and I won't hesitate to take whatever measures I deem necessary. Is that clear?
Okay, that's fair. If I die, I die. Works for me.
Big stretch. Okay.
Okay then, let's get going. Shadow board preparing to emerge. Everyone hold on tight. As soon as we're safely back to reality space, let's go see what this newly remade world is like.
And that is where I am gonna end the stream. Thank you all for joining. I don't know. Now this is gonna be something tomorrow, but just might not be what you expect. God, maybe I have brain damage. I don't know. I hope not. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Even though we disconnected a couple times, we reconnected all good. So I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Change the world. My final message.